we're going to be getting another match here for you guys. And we have a player that we actually cut to last time in Josue Rojano playing the Nightshade Peddler. Is it Static Caster Jund deck? Basically a Jund deck just splashing for blue for the Static Casters and a couple Snapcasters in the sideboard. This is the third time we've had it on camera today.
Yep. Andrew will have the last name up momentarily. Is playing, yeah, 4-color, good stuff. He's Ink Treader, non-black it appears. Sphinx's Revelation, Bonfire of the Damned, Farseek, Thragtusk, Thundermine Hellkite, Sigarda, Restoration Angel, Huntmaster, Centaur Healer, and Borderland Ranger.
Don't forget about Dre. Sphinx's Revelation in there too.
Yeah, I mentioned the Revelation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what can't this deck do? I mean, we saw basically a deck like this just a little bit earlier. I think it was 2 rounds ago.
That sounds right.
Like
yeah.
This, yeah. So this is your classic. This looks like good stuff on good stuff, and whose good stuff is better?
Yeah.
It looks like that good stuff is better than that good stuff. As we cut in, your favorite thing, we cut into a beating.
Yeah.
Angel of Serenity taking down an Olivian Voldaren as we cut in by Andrew. So Andrew already up a game, and it looks like he's doing just fine in this one too.
A lot of life. Angel of Serenity in play.
Has already resolved. Excuse me, a Sphinx's Revelation.
Yep, sure. But what we can piece together here, probably pretty far ahead. Another Revelation in the hand.
Yeah, sure, why not? So now we see
Josue thumbing around a Thragtusk here, but a little late to this party.
Not so impressive right now.
No.
I find it interesting. The farther we've gone across this format, Patrick, it seems like the worse and worse Thragtusk has gotten. And I'm not sure if that's a surprise or not, but it just seems like, you know, it was great when we first started, and it just keeps kind of trending down a little bit slower and slower as we go.
Right. You mean people had a knee-jerk reaction to something, and then over time, with better information, people were able to work around it?
That's exactly what I mean, yes.
Yeah,
precisely.
This is the first time in the history of humanity that's happened. So.
I'm fully aware.
Operate with incomplete information, make sweeping generalizations, then with new information act like you actually knew everything correctly the whole time. More news at 11. Thragtusk from Andrew, going up to 27.
So let's see what Josue can draw out of the situation. Currently being beaten down by an Angel in the air.
Yep.
Thragtusk locking up the ground, dealing with the other Thragtusk. Going to be tough. Going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's in, you know, based on what I can piece together this game, he's definitely in like Staticaster, needs Staticaster plus Peddler scenario to handle that Angel. I don't think his deck is very robust at handling a threat that big otherwise.
One thing he doesn't need is a Farseek.
I mean, Olivia, I guess, is another card here that could, in theory, work him out of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's a little bit slow.
Yes.
So we do see Josue resolving that Farseek right now. Getting himself a Blood Crypt. See what he can find to be able to deal with this. Just really behind right now on the back foot, and yeah, it might be a case where he does just need to be able to piece together the combo. This is his only way to get out of this.
And even then, Andrew still has, you know, we saw Revelations in his hand.
Yeah, he also has 2 Huntmaster the Fells in his hand too,
yeah.
so it's not like he's on any shortage of action. And the combo, you know, it's not a machine gun. It does take a little bit of time to start shooting things down.
Yeah. Well, there, if he can get the Angel out of play, then he gets Olivia, and then maybe that's
maybe
he has a lot of ability to handle creatures at that point. But
Plains is Andrew's draw step. He's going to come across here for 5 in the air. Knock Josue down to 7. It looks like. And this plays land and says go, so we might be seeing the old big revelation here on the end step of Josue's turn. Josue draws a card. He's kind of thumbing through things here. You can see Andrew just ready to cast Revelation.
Right.
I dare you to say
chomping
go.
at the bit to take his turn. Can't say that I blame him.
So let's see what Josue can come up with here. We see a Tracker's Instinct. Olivia Voldaren. Is it Staticaster? Thragtusk.
Very quickly takes.
Very quickly.
No, it looks like he's going for that Staticaster.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, he took Staticaster very quickly.
So I assume this will be the Peddler now.
We do see the Nightshade Peddler join us. And now, if Andrew flinches, he can slide in that. Is it Staticaster?
I mean, Andrew's still got a Restoration Angel in his hand, it appears.
It appears you are correct. So we do see Restoration Angel we put on the stack, targeting Thragtusk, everyone's favorite interaction in our standard format. See a Beast Token going to be coming into play along with 5 more life for Andrew.
Yep.
We'll draw a card, draws a mountain.
So we're sending in everyone except Thragtusk, it looks like.
That looks to be the case.
Staticaster pairing up with his best friend, the Peddler. I assume we're going to be shooting down this Angel.
Seems like the best choice among everything that's in play. Angel Serenity bites the dust. Olivia goes back to the grip. You see that handful of Huntmaster, Sphinx's Revelation, and a mountain over there for Andrew. Josue going to decide if he wants to do some sort of blocking here. He's going to put Thragtusk in front of the Beast Token. Andrew just hands him the Beast Token and is going to knock Josue down to 4 with the Restoration Angel, and a mountain, and go.
Yep. Another big revelation, maybe finding another copy of Angel Serenity. Something to close this game out. He has Bonfire of the Damned and other burn spells too, so he has a lot of big draws to find to close this game out. And he's at 32, and the Revelations is going to push him up to near 40. So.
Yeah, so I mean, sitting pretty on life, we'll be sitting pretty on cards. And as far as an attrition game goes, you know, is Staticaster plus Nightshade Peddler, they can do a nice job of attritioning your opponent out, but not through all of that.
No, it's going to see too many cards.
Yeah. We are going to see Olivia Voldaren here. A card that could take over the game otherwise, but again, with what looks to be a large Sphinx Revelation coming shortly, just all those cards are likely going to overwhelm Josue.
It is, generally speaking, very challenging for the decks that are built on controlling the board to handle Revelations.
Yep. We do see a Revelation there for 6 on Josue's end step. No Dispel or other such counter magic here. So 6 new cards for Andrew. Let's see how we did. Card for his turn.
That's a Garrick.
The Primal Hunter, as if he needs any more cards. Aren't 7 new ones enough?
No.
And we see a card I can't make out.
That's a Searing Spirit and a Pillar. Just burn them out.
Okay. Well, that'll do it. All right. So Andrew moves on. Winner, 2-0 over Josue Rojano.
Yep.
And his 4-color mid-range deck against Pedal to the Metal. And I can't say that I'm terribly surprised with 4-color mid-range taking that match.
Yeah, I think that deck's just much more... I think it's just hard to beat the Revelation decks in general. And he also has Angel Serenity to help him catch up for whatever, whatever advantage Josue is able to get on the board. It's very easy for Andrew to just clean up. So his deck's not particularly fast, doesn't have the right disruption element. I mean, it's all the things you need to have to be able to be favorable against the Revelation deck.